Howdy everyone, welcome back to the Luna Geeks Out channel, and today we are getting back into Lovebites finally. Set the World on Fire live from Ride for Vengeance Tour 2021. This was a request by a lot of people. That's what I wrote down. I don't know who exactly requested this, but I do remember it was a highly requested one, so I'm looking forward to getting into this. Before I do, a couple quick things to say. One, I am very tired today. I've been working on an essay for one of my classes, and if y'all have ever written an essay, you know it's pretty draining. Fortunately, it's just the rough draft, so I don't need to have it be perfect, but I still need to have it done well, so it is a lot of work. Second, I guess, arm for my microphone is just feeling really weird as I move it around. I was filming a different video and had it set up in a different configuration, and I guess I messed something up with it. One of the things isn't quite as tight as it used to be or whatever, and just the way I'm moving it around just feels very weird. So I'm not sure. Obviously, the microphone itself should be fine, but I'm not sure if because of this the audio is going to be weird because it's like not positioned the same way or whatever. So if the audio is messed up in this, I do apologize. Then on the topic of audio, there was some background noise going on from down in the kitchen downstairs. A moment ago, it seems to have stopped now, but if anything does show up or does pop up, I doubt it will, but if anything does, I do apologize for that. But anyways, Lovebites, always love checking them out. They're such a fun band, and especially going to be good now since I just reacted to Galnerius last week, which is another great power metal band from Japan. So, I mean, if y'all know me, y'all know I love the Japanese metal scene, and Lovebites is one of my favorites to check out. Not one of my favorite bands, but I always they're just a joy to react to, a joy to check out. So I'm very happy to be back into listening to some of their stuff and everything. So without further ado, let's hop into it. 世界に火をつけろ。セット・ザ・ワールド・オン・ファイヤー! Alright, good, harmonization with the guitar. I think I'm using that word right. Admittedly, I'm still no expert with music, but I like it. Drums, great as well. Good bass in the back. Bit subtle, but that's good. Feels really nice, which I talk about a lot. Alright, got a bit of that thrash metal sound again. Nice. That's a great riff right there. Reminds me of... almost feels like something Sodom would do. Got a hint of that. I was wouldn't be surprised if it's something similar to Slayer, but I don't listen to much Slayer, so... it's good, though. Oh, that guitar there is just great. Pretty good vocals so far. Sometimes the vocals don't work all that well for me, but really good so far. Oh yeah, this good vocals, good vocals. That's really reminding me of, am I thinking of Genocide or am I thinking of Decision Day? One of those two. Or am I thinking of Who's God? It's the Sodom track it's making me think of. I can't think of which one. Because it's been a while since I've heard all three of those, but it's one of those. I should shut up. Or a technical bit at the end of that. Oh, that was nice. the bass of the drums come together there. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that is a great solo right there. Oh, now they're coming together. Oh, this is so good. Back to that great riff. The drums at the back are great. Kind of overpowering everything else, though, which is not always a good thing. But they're great. Oh, I don't know what that sound I just made was, but oh, that guitar is great. I just feel like she's gotta go a bit longer, like hold that last note just a bit longer. So I always get disappointed when she doesn't, but... Oh yeah, that was good. That was real good. That may be the best I've heard from them yet. Actually, I'm trying to remember what else I've reacted to. Holy War might have beat it, if Holy War is the one I'm thinking of, but regardless, certainly one of the best ones I've heard from them. So I have looked at the lyrics, nothing much to say on them. Again, sort of just that general fantasy fun that they have with their music, which is all fine and dandy, but doesn't really leave much room for commentary. At least not for me to have any commentary, though. If I was going to do like a full-length album review, which maybe I'll do one day, probably not, but maybe I'll have to see how the full albums impact me. But I would go a bit more in depth into the lyrics and the story and everything in that instance. But for this, nothing much to say. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. The music was amazing. So, let's start with the vocals, like I tend to do. They were, about what I would have expected, but definitely some of the best I've heard from her. Like I said, in the action, there are times where her voice just doesn't really work for me. She's got an amazing voice, but I think there are times where she goes a bit too low, and times where I think just her vocal style doesn't fit the music as well as it could. This was an instance where even though what she was doing shouldn't necessarily have fit, especially with this being more of that thrash sound that I mentioned, it came to be... Okay, don't know what that was. It came together beautifully. And, just amazing vocals, both in the verses when she was, going a bit deeper, and in the chorus when she was a bit higher. I, of course, liked the, chorus more, as tends to be the case. The verses were a bit weaker, but, they were certainly not necessarily any worse. The verses were great. The chorus was, it was a step above that. But the vocals were great. The guitar, of course, was the highlight of the track for me. That riff, like I said, straight out of something Sodom would make, which, they're one of my favorite thrash metal bands, so that was, real nice. Again, it reminded me of, it was either, it was one of three tracks. It was Genocide, Decision Day, or Who is God, and I don't know which one I'm thinking of, because it's been a while since I've listened to all three of those, like, I think I said that already. But it, like, very much reminded me of one of those riffs, but, or more generally reminded me of one of those riffs, but it very much reminded me of just something they would make. It had a lot of that kind of vibe. I could see a bit of a Slayer comparison, like I said, but I don't listen to enough Slayer to, like, full on say that. I've heard a few of their songs in the past. It's good stuff, but not really my style, but they're a solid band, and yeah, some great riffs, so I definitely can feel a tiny bit of it, but not quite enough to be like, oh yeah, that's sort of a Slayer tribute right there. No, I don't know what I'm saying there. The riff itself was amazing. There are a few more like technical bits. Pulling out one of them, that was nice. Just a good thing to throw in there. Add that little bit of extra spice that I talk about sometimes. And then the solo. Actually, I think there were two solos. Were just amazing. Getting in both of the guitarists' playing styles and their sounds and everything. And then when they sort of blended together at the end of the first solo, that was just, oh, I think y'all could tell I just got super excited about that. That was amazing. The bass didn't stand out quite as much. It didn't really have a moment to shine, but at the beginning, I could very much feel it and hear it and everything. And then there's that moment where I talked about it sort of playing at the same time as the drums and everything, them working together. Those two moments that really stood out. There didn't really, well, it didn't stand out, but it was much more noticeable. But throughout the rest of the track, I could kind of sense it. I couldn't necessarily hear it, but I could feel its presence, and the bass was solid throughout. I do wish it had a bit more of a moment to shine, but what it was doing, at least what I could tell, was great. And then the drums, again, were great. They stood out a bit too much in that one part that I mentioned, but aside from that, that's not even necessarily thinking just the drums themselves, more the mixing, but aside from that, the drums were just amazing throughout. A lot of different sort of shifts with them, from the more atmospheric stuff at the beginning to just the crazy fast metal drums throughout most of the song, and so on and so forth. There's just, the drums were great. There's not much I can say specifically about them, but they were really good throughout. So yeah, this was amazing. I can't wait to check out more of their stuff, because this is the first time where I've really been like, oh, I get super excited throughout the entire thing. I've always had fun checking their stuff out, but I think something just clicked today, and I'm hoping that the last reaction, I was having the same kind of energy when checking it out, so I'm hoping this is something that is more, I'm just sort of getting used to this content finally, and sort of opening myself up and allowing myself to sort of just feel whatever the music makes me feel a bit more and everything. But whatever happens, I am looking forward to checking out more Lovebites, and I am looking forward to checking out just more music in general. I don't know what'll be next, but it'll be just something fun, hopefully, something good, hopefully. This is probably the only thing for the rest of the week, unless something unexpected releases. I do have schoolwork I need to do, so probably won't react to anything else unless it's something I'm, like, really, really itching to react to, but we'll see what happens. Probably a reaction next week, unless an assignment comes up and it's unexpected and really takes my attention, but we'll see. And anyways, ramblings aside, this was amazing. Cannot wait to check out more Lovebites. It will happen eventually, I just don't know when, because random selection method means I get to some stuff very quickly and other stuff takes forever. But anyways, I'm rambling again. That is going to do it for the reaction. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below with your thoughts on the track, any feedback or criticism, or anything you want me to react to. In the description, link to the live performance, so you can go check it out, support the artist, link to my Discord server, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify playlist of all the tracks I've reacted to, at least the ones up on Spotify, and my official link tree, which has all my other stuff in it, in case any of that interests y'all. But anyways, like I said, that's going to do it. So once again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.